Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Timeless and Classic Zero Gun mod. This mod adds guns into Minecraft. You can fire rocket launchers, you can use snipers, you can use pistols. It's just another way just to add FPS into a blocky game such as Minecraft. Also, I'm very aware that YouTube has a funny system when it comes down to reviewing things with gun-related material. So I'm just going to say this very loud. This is for science. This is not to promote violence. Science is not violence. Anyways, let's get on with the showcase. Okay guys, so we're going to showcase the 3 tables and then the weapons. I'm currently in creative mode because I just want to easily explain how the mod works, and pretty sure enough, once you go into one of the tables, you're going to have to start crafting weapons and ammunition and stocks. You can see that it requires material just to make rifles, snipers, heavy weapons like rocket launchers and grenade launchers. But the reason why I want to do it this way is because it's simple and it's easier just for me to replenish the ammunition. And I'm not sure if YouTube has some sort of guideline when it comes down to showcasing weapons, because they look pretty realistic. A lot more realistic than Mr. Crayfish's gun mod. So that's why I gotta be extra careful. And I'm just going to say this, YouTube, this is for educational purposes only and for science. But anyways, we have is the gunsmith table, the attachment table, and the ammo assembly table. To make the tables, all you just need is wood, iron, and a block of iron for the gunsmith. For the attachment, it's just redstone, glass, iron, and chest. And for ammo assembly table, it's just 2 copper, iron, and an iron ammo box. And you're wondering, what is the iron ammo box or any of these ammo boxes? Just look at them as chests, but they can only store ammunition. So for example, we have some random ammunition pack here. All you just need to do is just click on it. It's that simple. It's not that hard to understand, but there's different tiers. Even I think the highest one is diamond. So to craft them, all you just need is iron, gold, and diamond. Diamond's the highest, iron's the lowest. Very self-explanatory. And you can see that you can store many types of ammo. So look at that. You see 48? Yeah, it's stuck. It stays in there. There's also creative ones, but that's if you want to, like, I guess, make your own FPS game in Minecraft. But that's totally up to you. But anyways, I'm just going to take a few guns here. I'm going to take the Glock 17. That's already crafted. I'm going to take the M700 sniper rifle. I don't know anything about rifles and stuff, so I'm just picking. I'm just picking and choosing. You can also scroll down, and I'm just going to take the SCAR. Look at that. I'm already equipped with the SCAR. The double A 12 shotgun, the SMG, the Uzi, and I'm going to take 2 of these guns because these things are explosive. And you have the machine guns. I'm going to take this one. So that's all the guns I kind of took. I only took like 8 of them. And then we have all the scopes and stuff. And if you want to know how to apply the scopes to the weapons, you could see that, just press shift and you'll see what guns it supports. So if I look carefully, like for example, a scope, you could scroll down just to see what's up. I want to see if I could put something on my SCAR. Let me see. This one, adjust extra weight. Okay, this one has less. So you got to make some judgment what you want. So this can't be applied there. Let me just try something, okay? Because I don't want to hold off on the showcase because it's very self-explanatory once you get the use of it. So this one has increased ADS time and weight, so it's going to make the gun heavier. We also have the muzzle just to keep the guns quiet. If you want to shut it up, look at here. You also have this one, but this is for snipers. You also have stock. Stock's supposed to keep things stabilized and, you know, hip fires and stuff. I mean, I'm not a gun expert, but you get what I mean. It's self-explanatory. Laser just makes it easier just for you to shoot properly and so forth. And I might be able to get that one for the SCAR too. And then the ammunition here, I mean, I'm using infinite ammunition, but you had to figure out what gun uses what, and then you'll understand how to do it from there. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not hard to know if something is hard. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you push O, you can push O to interact with things. So you can open the chest just by pressing O without really swapping off. Like, you can still be equipped with the weapon, and you can still open things. Same goes for chests too. So you can still open a chest while holding a weapon. So we're going to walk over here, and I know there's some controls because you saw O, right? I could just open this and do that. You can also crawl, but you need a weapon to crawl. So I could just be like this, and I'd be like, oh, I don't have no ammunition. Yeah, you could just be crawling around and shooting down low. And if you want to uncrawl, you got to unequip the weapon. It's a bit counterintuitive. Like, you can, you know, crawl to small spaces just to get from point A to point B. But at the same time, you actually have to unequip the weapon just to get off from there. And there's still a lot more buttons that I can show you guys. So if you go all the way down to your settings and look for timeless and classic guns or 0, you see you have aim, crawl, fire select, inspect. You can inspect the weapon. You can also melee with the weapon. And for this one, this is the configuration. So I might as well just hop on with the configuration. So for my buttons, it's Alt and T. And you'll see that there's a lot of things that you could change. You could change the aim. You could make explosions work. You could change the damage on the guns, the explosions. There's just a lot of creative control here. And I'm still going to have to learn that if I ever want to add that to Autobots 9 to my server. But anyways, so there's some more buttons. You also have the melee. It only works with big weapons like snipers, assault rifles, shotguns, Uzis, rocket launchers, but it cannot work with pistols because I don't think you'd be able to pistol whip anything. But you can only melee with a sniper rifle. And it does damage mobs too and players, so do keep in mind. And if you want to add attachments to them, you have to press Z. And if you press Z, you will see that there's different types of stats. And you got to go over here. You can start adding things and you start seeing this is the one that I got. It's in my inventory. All you got to do is just add it in there. And you just see that it just add a little bit of things in here. And I believe you can also adjust the color too. That's pretty cool. You can also adjust the color depending on what you're adding. And let me check here. This is the scope. And I can also add a scope to this one. So you can see that it added some weight and it made the hip fire increase and the sneak spread increase too. So yeah, if you want to remove them, just, you see this little X here? Just unload. That's pretty much all. It's not hard at all once you start spending time with it. And they do have a wiki as well, but it's in the Japanese. So I would try to do my best with explaining this. Not going over every weapon, but it's just cool just to have this in Minecraft. So we're going to start with the Glock 17. And I forgot to tell you guys that we have the dummies. So in order to craft the dummies, let me just push O. And to craft the humanoid target, all you just need is iron, redstone, and planks. For the minecart target, it's just the humanoid target with the minecart. I mean, I highly recommend this one if you want to work on your aim. This one kind of just falls straight down. This one kind of stays up. So you can keep firing at it, and it just keeps going. You can see how much damage it does over time based on how many bullets you add. So this one is just the pistol. And I also added this mod in here. It's called the dummy mod. I used to showcase this mod way back. But this can also help too if you want to like work on your aim. But it's not going to save you with the explosion, rocket launchers and stuff. And then we have the sniper. Oh, I forgot to reload. It seems like all these weapons that I chose, I got to reload all of them. So let me just reload each and every one of them. Yep, KeyDevy is just sitting here reloading weapons in Minecraft. He's packing guns. And I wish the animation can show for here too, but it only works in first person. And also equipping the rocket launcher there too. And the grenade launcher. Yep, it's loading it up. Look at that. I just love that. Even the minigun. Well, I think the minigun doesn't have to be full. But anyways. And also you can inspect your gun too, just by pressing H. Like you can see how cool the gun looks. Like you can just look at it. Same goes for your sniper. You could just sit there and just stare at it. Even your scar. I think I like the scar one because you can just be in like in a lighting and you can just look how cool it is. Like it's just so cool. But we already know what the Glock 17 does. The sniper, it just gets headshots. You can see that it's 45.7 damage per second. 24 damage from that distance. If you keep stacking damages or hit properly, you can probably increase it. So that's the sniper. And then we have the SCAR. I think this is a lot better for a sniper because you have perfect aim. And I did forget to tell you or showcase that you can change the fire rate. You probably can't see it because it's so small. Look right here. This is set on automatic, right? So if I press this button that I have set for fire select, now it's going to fire in bursts. So you will see that it's firing in bursts. If I turn it off, not turn it off, change it again, it only fires one bullet. See? It's very useful just to conserve bullets. So if you want to fight with a burst, go for it. If you want to fight automatic, go for it. But it all depends on how your bullet is being used, or bullets being used. And then we have is the the Uzi, shotgun. Okay, that's a pretty hefty shotgun. But these guns are pretty cool. So this is just a shotgun. This is a Uzi. Everybody knows what the Uzi is. I remember playing with this one in PUBG, PlayerUnknown's background. I'd be spamming this like crazy. And then you have is the rocket launcher, then the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher isn't going to explode anything if I change the configurations over. If I really want everything to explode. So everything is all nice and normal. And then we have is the RPG 7 I mean. If I fire at this, it's going to destroy everything. See, the dummy just got destroyed. Like, it just causes a lot of damage. And you gotta keep reloading it. And I'm pretty sure mobs are not going to survive it either. Look at that. Oh, actually, the chicken survived that. I'll be damned. Okay, now it's dead. Alright. And I was trying to shoot mobs from faraway distances too. It works. Look at that. You can see that one. But if they're really far away, it'd be kind of hard to hit them. And the render distance is kind of funny the way how I have everything set up. And then we have is the M134, which is a minigun. But I could sit there and fire like crazy. I want to summon a warden though. Let me try summoning a warden. I want to see how fast it can kill the warden. Alright, so we have this gun here, and we go fire. So the warden is getting pulverized. Whoa. That was quick. How long did that take to kill a warden? So if you shoot that, look at that. The warden can't even stand a chance. This minigun, this M1, the M134 minigun, burned me to the ground. Yes, you did. And look at that. Look at all those bullets just being spread across there. That warden didn't stand a chance against this minigun. That's crazy. And also, I do know that there is an option where you can shoot glass. You can shoot at any glass or through glass. So if you think you're safe behind the glass if someone's trying to snipe you, think again. Someone can snipe through the glass. So I can be like here, and I can go like, just shoot through it. Or if I have a Glock, I can go shoot through that. Or if I have the SCAR, I can go like that. I mean, it's kind of, it's cool. I mean, that'd be kind of funny if you can actually shoot through it and it kills the mob too. But be careful. If you have friends that have glass and you... I'm trying to explain it in the best way possible. If you have glass and somebody has a gun or a rifle or something in a faraway distance, they're going to shoot through it. So don't even think about putting up defenses of glass. You'll be seeing them, but what's going to happen, you're not going to see the lead going through your head. Anyways, guys, this is going to conclude for the video, and I hope everybody enjoys the video. I probably haven't explained anything about the add-ons or anything because this is about the mod itself instead of the add-ons. But if they do have add-ons, then it's probably the same thing. It just adds more guns to the library. And this is for 1.20.1 as of now. They might update it to probably have more guns and more things in there. And you're probably going to be saying, can you review this one? Can you review that one? I mean, it just depends on if I want to redo the video again. But I just know that this video right here is good enough to explain the fundamentals of the mod alone. It just makes the game look a lot cooler. Like, you could still use Mr. Crayfish's gun mod, but this one adds a little more of the aesthetics of making it look a little more realistic. And I also noticed too that you can also add gun skins to your guns if you want to make them look cooler than what this looks. You could probably make the scar look a lot more cleaner instead of just looking a lot blockier. But I'm just saying, it just makes the game look cooler, like an FPS game. And if you want me to review more of these mods, then hit that subscribe button. But until next time, see you guys on the next one. And Legacy, don't even try stepping in front of my lab, or else I will put lead into you. But until then, see you guys next time, and goodbye.